It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
What this government shutdown is all about is whether Republicans are going to be able to get away with raising health insurance premiums by 75%. Yes, 75% on average for 20 million Americans. And in addition to that, throwing 15 million people off the health care they have by making devastating cuts to Medicaid and the Affordable Care Act. And you know what that means? That means, not according to Bernie Sanders, but according to people who have studied the issue, academics, tens of thousands of Americans are going to die unnecessarily. Well, you know what? I am not going to support that. And that is why the Republicans have got to sit down, they've got to negotiate, and they've got to protect the health care needs of the American people.
Hey man, Bernie Sanders. Shout out to Bernie Sanders, man. He's still fighting for y'all at the tender age of 110. Okay? Bernie Sanders dedicated his life to politics, and he's not going to bend on healthcare. He's been trying to give universal healthcare for the past 20 years. And even though Bernie voted for the crime bill back in the 86 crime bill. Damn, think about it. Bernie was in politics in 86. Like, bro, it's like, that's like, god damn, I can't even do the math. 40, almost 40 years, 40 years ago. And he was probably in politics long before that. So what, he was about, 80 at that time. Bro been in politics for so long. And I like, damn, we don't need health care. We just need your dietary plan and your doctor. Or like, who's shooting you up with stuff every night to make you still alive, Bernie Sanders? That's what we need. Fuck the healthcare. I need your health plan, okay? That's all we need. We need to know how to live to a tender age of 140 like Bernie Sanders, okay? Like, for real. He trying to fight for healthcare, man. Try to fight for healthier options, Bernie, because I swear Bernie he gotta eat the whatever he eat has to keep his heart beating, the blood pumping through his body, because old people be cold in the mug, so his house probably 95 degrees up in that joint, and he walking through there not even breaking a sweat, okay? Like, man, y'all know when y'all go to y'all grandma's house, that mug be hot. You be like, ooh wee, sheesh. I came from inside and I'm hotter in here. I came from outside. It's hotter here. Like, it be the dead middle of the summer. You go in your grandma's house, that mug be you sweating. You be sitting in front of the fan, like right on that bitch. Like, ooh Lord. All y'all be fighting over the fan. When you go to bed, you put the fan over your cover over your fan, so that mug just blowing air straight to your body. Like, forget all this. And your sister, share the fan. He not sharing the fan. Like, just don't sleep with a cover on top of your body. Boy, that boy Bernie Sanders old, man.
Well, we're a few hours out from a government shutdown, and I'm here in Washington at work, which is where I wish my colleagues across the aisle were, doing everything possible to come to the table for us to negotiate on behalf of the people who sent us here so that we can pass a bipartisan spending bill that makes your life easier, better, because that's what you deserve. This partisan spending bill is only going to compound the hurt that the Republicans have been hell-bent on bringing to the people in the communities that I serve. Gutting essential services, mass layoffs. There's people are already reeling from the impacts of this big, ugly bill. Cuts to SNAP, cuts to Medicaid. I mean, 15 million people were impacted by those cuts to Medicaid. And healthcare is a human right. And I represent one of the most unequal districts in the country, and that's true across all outcomes, including health outcomes. So I'm very concerned. My heart is very heavy. My district has already lost 2 hospitals. We've lost community pharmacies. Community health centers in my district serve 1 in 3 of my constituents, and they are already being impacted by the cuts to Medicaid because they rely on those reimbursements. And now they stand to be doubly impacted if this partisan spending bill passes. You're talking about nursing homes that will close, community health centers that will close, hospitals that will close, and people's healthcare costs skyrocketing. And what does that mean? It means that even if you have insurance, that you might not be able to afford your insulin, your medication for your high blood pressure, or any other essentials that are keeping you alive and keeping you healthy. And then, also my district is home to Boston Logan Airport, and air traffic controllers and TSA workers who stand to be impacted by a federal government shutdown, and other contracted workers who I'll be, fighting for them. So what I want you to know is just that I'm refuse to see this government shutdown as an inevitability. We're going to fight, hold the line and stand our ground, appeal to our Republican colleagues to be people of conscience and to come to the table. They've already caused so much harm. Now is the time not to compound the harm. Let's restore the cuts to Medicaid. Let's save health care. And let's keep the government open. It's what you deserve. Well, we're a few hours out.
Republicans don't like poor people. What are we talking about, okay? You know what's funny is Republicans on Medicaid. Do y'all understand this? All right, if you're a Republican and you don't support Democrats in this instance, meaning the people who are fighting for your medical coverage, if you can't afford it, if you're on a fixed income, mind you, they don't raise Social Security like they want it to be raised. When they raise Social Security, it'd be like 3%, 2%, which essentially is only like $25 a month. But that's all. That's swallowed up by increase in medical supplies and your prescription medicine. That swallows that up like that. That extra $25 ain't gonna get you nowhere. It's just covering what you, and it's not even enough to cover everything that goes up. Mind you, with all the cuts and all the spending and the layoffs, we're heading into I don't know if y'all been to the Bay Area and been to Oakland in a while, or you could just go to the nearest major city and just see the homeless population grows, and they're not all just displaced mental health patients. Some of them used to be hardworking people, fell on hard times. I went to go, matter of fact, I can probably pull up a picture. Just a month ago, I was up in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we went to go feed the homeless with another organization. We all joined in together to team up. They was giving haircuts, giving out clothes, making hamburgers and stuff like that, feeding the homeless. And I'm looking at some of these young people my age who are homeless, and I'm like, bruh, they just like, I don't have no family to look after. There's no funding to help me get into a school. There's no place where I could, shower and prepare myself for the day. It's just, there's nothing for the people who just need it and just need to get back on their feet. And when you cut it, the people who already have it are the ones in line fighting the most. And those people who don't have it, and they feel that they don't have no option because they're put at the back of the line because they don't have it at all. And so that's what's about to happen. So you about to see the homelessness rate rise, especially when you try to put people back to work after. This is in a big beautiful bill. She called it the big ugly bill. They want to put people back to work. They want to make people work 20 hours a week to continue on getting food stamps. As soon as you start that 20 hours, they're going to cut your food stamps. So then the money you making to work is now covering the food that you eat. But now you got to work more so you can get so you can pay for the food that you're no longer getting. And now they cutting your food stamps more to when now you working full time and struggling just to put some food on the table. When in all actuality, that's how it started off with you not having no, with you putting food on the table through SNAP, and now you ain't got none because you had to get a job. Imagine that. I mean, that's everybody's life. Like I just ate a $5 rotisserie chicken and some warm up in the microwave macaroni. Oh no, I warmed it up in the oven, but you know.